Hello and welcome to The Appointment. I'm Pranjal Sharma. Talking to me today on The Appointment is Dr. Anup Mittal. He is the Chairman and Managing Director of NBCC. Anupji, thank you for being on our show. NBCC has been in the real estate and construction industry for so many decades, and you've been a pioneer in many ways. As we talk, one of the key reforms of the sector has been cleared, and we will see some level of regulation of the sector. How will this impact NBCC?
You see, I think you are talking about real estate regulatory bill. NBCC also do real estate business as a developer, where we purchase land and we construct housing stock and commercial properties, and we sell in market. So in fact we work like a developer. So this bill will be applicable on NBCC also. But whatever provisions in this bill government is making, we are already following those things, like we are not delaying the project. Whatever we are saying, committing, we are delivering. So this bill will not affect NBCC directly in that way, but it will give definitely boost to NBCC business, because our competitors are on different side. Probably some of them are not following. So definitely advantage will go to NBCC. So, and moreover, the customer, they have always believe in government sector and government entities. So these are additional things.
But this is something which NBCC has kept a very high level of best practice in the last few years, and which the private sector in many ways has not been able to do. What are the plans you have for NBCC now, because the sector is going to be more competitive? But tell us a little bit about some of the new initiatives that you are taking at NBCC.
You see, but traditionally NBCC is a construction company, a contracting company rather, I will say. Was established in 1960, so we are already 55-56-year-old company. But in last 10-15 years, we have transformed from contractorship to PMC company, project management consultancy, where we work for government. And very recently we have started another sector, that is redevelopment of government properties, where we take any government property, we plan and demolish old houses, and we add new FIR and houses. So that sector is a really focused sector for NBCC, and the revenue required in that for construction is generated from that project only, by monetizing part of land, maybe by sale of the built up property. So NBCC's future I see is a redevelopment sector. And interestingly, government has also recognized, after developing 2-3 government colonies in Delhi, like New Moti Bagh. Recently we are developing Kidwai Nagar in Delhi. And so government has given few projects worth about 20 to 25,000 crore rupees. For example, ITPO, Pragati Maidan, we all know from our childhood. Now government has decided to redevelop that. So ultimately the only company which they feel can redevelop is NBCC.
But that's a fantastic thing, because that's also part of the urban renewal, which is so essential for our cities.
That's right, that's right.
So NBCC, you see it playing a very important role in urban renewal, especially with these government projects, because some of these were built in the 60s and 50s, and you will now make them far more modern.
You see, as you know, NBCC is part of Ministry of Urban Development, and the Ministry of Urban Development is responsible for all these things, redevelopment of their own colonies, own properties, because most of the government land, central government land, is owned by Ministry of Urban Development. And all these buildings and houses were built in either early 50s or before British independence. So that needs now redevelopment, and moreover that time FAR used was only 0.5%, and so now we can use 3%, 3 FAR, so 6-7 times FAR we are using. So it's a win-win situation for everybody, not only government, to users, industry, as well as for NBCC.
What about outside the National Capital Region? Do you have projects in other parts of the country? What kind of projects are you doing? Do you work with state governments?
You see, we are present in all the states of the country equally. Maybe our concentration is in Delhi because opportunities in government projects are in Delhi more, but we are present in all parts of the country. And similar kind of job we do everywhere, whether Chennai, Kolkata or Bombay. And we work for state government also, we work for central PSUs also. We work for all government entities, not only central government department, we work for anybody except private sector.
Anupji, when you are expanding so much and so many projects are coming, you are saying there is a lot of opportunity to build the capacity of an organization to meet the new demand is very important. How are you helping and allowing or encouraging NBCC to be able to absorb this new business, improve the skill, the capability of your team?
See, this has three factors. One is human resource, that is most important thing, and particularly since this is a construction company, so engineers is a key person. So every year we are inducting engineers, right from management trainee up to general managers. So that is one initiative we have taken. And second is technology upgradation, and the most important aspect is still this countries believe in brick and mortar construction. Similar kind of Mistri and Beldar will come and do your construction, whether your house or multi-story building, even 50-story building is still constructed by same method. So now what we have started that recently we started one R&D center in association of IIT Roorkee. So that center has been opened in Greater Noida, where we are doing research how to expedite the construction, how to reduce the construction period. Now average construction time for a building, if it is a tall building, it takes around 4 years, even in some cases 5 years also. So our target is to reduce to 2 years or even 18 months. Whereas our new government's target is 12 months. They say when World Trade Tower can be erected in 22 months or 24 months, why not buildings in India?
So you have to bring some of the latest technology also to the country. Now, there are two ways of managing it. One, as you say, that you develop through research and you have a very good association with an academic institution. Also about bringing technology from other parts of the world. What is the best balance between these two?
You see, we are doing both ways. We are doing research or R&D in association with in-house with IIT Roorkee. That is because that is required, because when you are working in country, you have to see the resources available in the country. It is not possible everything can be imported from abroad Western countries. You have to see your labor, your material. So that is one part. Second is we have association with outside country also. We have collaborations with some Malaysian company, because Malaysian companies are supposed to be expert in construction activities, Malaysian and Turkish companies. So we have tie-up with Malaysian company, MOU with Malaysian, CIDB is their association. So both ways we are doing research, and as I said, target is to reduce the construction time and to reduce the construction cost also.
Because that's a very good point, Anupji, because I have seen in so many decades, one of the biggest losses which are faced by public sector companies is delays in project management. The cost of the project can go 3 or 4 times or 5 times in many cases. How can that be improved? What is NBCC doing? How are you setting the standard?
You see, that is most important thing which NBCC feel to do, that is contract management. Because ultimately all the works are done through a contractor, whether L&T does or Shapurji Palonji or any small time contractor, and they are bound with a certain kind of conditions and contract, and generally in our country people don't do proper contract management. What is written they don't implement. So that is what we are focusing now. We have 2-3 cells in NBCC headquarters who are very minutely monitoring all the contracts where delays are there, who is responsible, whether contractor is responsible or whether our officers are not giving decision time or payments are delayed. So all these things they are monitoring.
So you measure it also?
We measure it, and we take accordingly steps how to mitigate in future contract, and in present contract who is responsible, we should penalize them also.
In this situation, the transparency of awarding contracts is also so important, because we have seen that many of these cases of corruption are because maybe the draft document was not proper and there were loopholes. What steps are you taking to enhance transparency without reducing the cost of transaction?
Presently, you have really touched the subject which is very close to my heart. When I took over this company as a chairman in 2013 March, till that time our contracts were awarded through normal system, through tender. What I decided, all the contracts should be awarded through e-tendering all. So all contract, right from 1 lakh rupees to 1000 crore rupees contract, are on through e-tendering. That is one step we have taken to create transparency in award of work. Second is payment. We all know in India that engineering, and particularly civil engineering stream is considered as a corrupt stream. So what we have decided, no payment will be made through checks or cash or draft. It will be transferred through bank transfer, e-transfer. So this kind of steps we have taken. Now I am at least satisfied that 80 to 90% transparency we have created, and that has really helped us. The complaints, number of complaints which we were receiving earlier has reduced substantially.
And here it also helps because some of the smaller contractors and the smaller vendors, timely payment through electronic transfer is also improving the ecosystem.
Definitely, definitely.
How do you also invest, and when you talk about research development and new technology, do you also work with your contractors to improve their quality? Do you help them? Do they work with you?
Yes, we have a total quality plan that is, of course, every contractor and every contract has. But what we have decided that in R&D center, which I was talking, our contractors are also participating. Okay. They are also involved in that, and you will surprise, some of the employees are also contributing some of their pay or their bonus amount in R&D research because they feel this is their bread and butter, and because of this only they are survived. They are civil engineer basically. So, and similarly contractors are also contributing some of the amount in this kind of research.
You have a global footprint also, Anupji. Tell us a little bit about your plans for constructing similar projects outside India.
You see, NBCC started the overseas business in 1976, first time. And that was started from Libya, Iraq and Yemen. And after Gulf War till 84 or 86, we were very active in this part of globe. And NBCC had done a lot of jobs there. And now what we have decided, we will again go, NBCC is a Navratna company, and presently we are in 5 countries present. We are doing work in Maldives, Turkey, we are working in Botswana, in Africa, and recently we have opened office in Oman and Malaysia.
Because I have also tracked what is happening in Africa, and in the India-Africa Forum Summit, the line of credit has really been enhanced. So that could also be an important opportunity for NBCC.
Till now, we were not working on those, line of credit projects. We were working on some project management consultancy project of that country or some grant project of Government of India. But now, some of the African countries are approaching NBCC. In last 1 month, at least 6-7 ambassadors visited NBCC. And they are requesting NBCC to take up their works as a consultant.
A lot of opportunities in India, and you've been working globally as well, and you were telling us that now there is a big demand for NBCC in Africa also, and I think your reputation is very important there. Even in India, we've seen that Prime Minister Modi has launched a lot of new campaigns and schemes where which will require fundamental construction and building requirements, whether we look at building of ports, whether we look at renewal of railway stations, whether we look at the defense sector. What are the kind of areas that you think NBCC can play a role?
You see, the new initiatives which this government has taken, there are a number of things. Some of them you have talked. but like others are smart cities, Swachh Bharat, Namamo Gange. I mean, these are the projects which are directly related to NBCC. Now we have started some work in Namamo Gange, Ganga cleaning project, and the responsibility of cleaning Ganga and related works in Bihar has been given to NBCC. So it's a major thing which we are doing. It's a entire Bihar, wherever Ganga is flowing. That is one. And second is redevelopment of railway stations. Ministry of Railway has decided to give few railway stations to NBCC for redevelopment, and on same time some of the state government has also given the land around that railway station to NBCC for redevelopment. For example, in Bhubaneswar, probably Government of India is thinking to give Bhubaneswar station redevelopment to NBCC. So after hearing this, state government or municipal corporation of Bhubaneswar, they have decided to give 12-acre land surrounding to that to NBCC for redevelopment. That is second one. Third is Swachh Bharat. When toilets were constructed, NBCC has constructed more than 15,000 to 20,000 toilets across the country. And
इसमें मॉडल आपका क्या रहेगा अनूप जी? if I look at in the railway station redevelopment, तो इसमें आप लोग मैनेजमेंट भी करेंगे because you have a subsidiary which is also in services, so इसमें कैसे काम होगा?
देखिए, in railway station redevelopment, first step is to redevelop that construction activities with the self revenue generation, means जो पैसा चाहिए वो वहीं से जनरेट होना चाहिए. तो उसके लिए पैसा जनरेट करने के लिए we will definitely use their land, we will monetize that, और उससे जो पैसा होगा उससे बनेगा. अब बाद में उसको रन करने का बात है. कुछ चीज़ें तो जो आगे लोगों को हम सेल कर देंगे, they will run, they will maintain, and some of the activities railway will do, क्योंकि उनका काम है, वो करेंगे खुद ही, उनको करना चाहिए. और कुछ चीज़ें हम करेंगे. हमारे पास एक सब्सिडी कंपनी है जो मेंटेनेंस का काम करती है, एसेट मैनेजमेंट का काम करती है, और उस कंपनी के थ्रू हम लोग करेंगे.
ऐसे में जैसे आपने बताया स्मार्ट सिटीज़ में भी बहुत स्कोप है. आपको तो अर्बन एरियाज़ में काम करने का इतना तजुर्बा है. इसमें एनबीसीसी क्या करेगी? क्योंकि इसमें स्मार्ट सिटी में बहुत अलग अलग पहलू हैं. सैनिटेशन भी है, ट्रैफिक मैनेजमेंट भी है, घर भी बनाना है, दफ्तर भी बनाना है, सड़कें भी बनानी है. इसको आप किसी एक कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव प्रोजेक्ट के तौर पे काम कर सकते हैं किसी शहर के साथ, या इसको अलग अलग टुकड़ों में काम किया जाएगा? कैसे अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ आएंगी यहाँ पर?
देखिए, वैसे तो हम इसको एक कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव प्रोजेक्ट की तरह काम कर सकते हैं, पर ऐसा होने वाला नहीं है. क्योंकि जैसे आपने बिल्कुल सही कहा, इतने सारे कंपोनेंट्स हैं. देयर विल बी ट्रांसपोर्ट, ट्रैफिक, रोड्स, सीवेज, वाटर, हाउसिंग, ऑफिसेज, रीडेवलपमेंट. तो इसको कोई एक पैकेज में कोई नहीं कर सकता है, और वो करना भी नहीं चाहेंगे, और इसके लिए जो पैसा चाहिए वो एक साथ नहीं मिलेगा. लेकिन सबसे ज़्यादा जो मैं आपको समझता हूँ एनबीसीसी के लिए अपॉर्चुनिटी है, दैट इज़ रीडेवलपमेंट ऑफ देयर प्रॉपर्टीज. थ्रू दैट दे विल गेट सम मनी टू इन्वेस्ट इन स्मार्ट सिटी प्रोजेक्ट. क्यों एक शहर के लिए 30-40 हज़ार करोड़ रुपये अगर चाहिए, तो वो आएगा उसकी लैंड को मोनेटाइज करने के लिए. इन दैट सेगमेंट आई सी सम बिजनेस फॉर एनबीसीसी. दैट इज़ वन. सेकेंड, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट. वहाँ हम लोग बहुत दिन से काम करते हैं, सीवर, वाटर, एनवायरमेंटल प्रोजेक्ट्स. तो इस सब तरह के प्रोजेक्ट्स में हम काम करेंगे.
लेकिन आपका अभी फ़िलहाल अधिकतर काम सरकारी विभागों के साथ, या तो केंद्र में या राज्य सरकारों में, उन्हीं के साथ काम रहेगा. निजी क्षेत्र के साथ पार्टिसिपेशन या पार्टनरशिप, इस तरह की संभावना है क्या?
देखिए, संभावना है, हमने पहले पास्ट में किया है. लेकिन जो अभी माहौल चल रहा है, क्योंकि निजी क्षेत्र की जितनी कंपनियों की आपने बात की, उनकी ड्यू डिलीजेंस और वो क्या उनकी बैलेंस शीट्स हैं, कहाँ क्या सब कुछ सुनते हैं आप, कितना किसने लोन ले रखा है, वो एक कंसर्न है. जब तक हमारे पास अपना बिजनेस सरकार का बहुत है, तो इस तरह का रिस्क लेना बहुत मैं समझता नहीं बुद्धिमानी का काम होगा. और ऐसा नहीं है कि प्राइवेट आदमी कुछ पैसा आपको ज़्यादा दे जाएगा. इसके चांसेस ज़्यादा हैं कि वो आपसे अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ और आपके नाम को एनकैश करेगा. तो आई एम मोर कंफर्टेबल विद दिस प्रेजेंट सेटअप.
आखिर में अनूप जी, आपका इतना बाज़ार बढ़ रहा है, आपकी अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ बढ़ रही हैं, आप एनबीसीसी को अगले 5 साल में, अगले 10 साल में कहाँ पहुँचाना चाहते हैं?
देखिए, अगले 5 साल में की बात करें, 10 साल तो बहुत बड़ा समय है. इस बात को सोचते हुए मेरे को इतनी खुशी होती है कि जो मैं सोचता हूँ वो हो रहा है. टचवुड. जब पिछले 2 साल में कंपनी नवरत्न हो गई, मार्केट कैप पिछले 3 साल में लिस्टेड कंपनी होने के बाद 10 गुना बढ़ गई है, ऑर्डर बुक जब 3 साल पहले 7,000 करोड़ थी, आज 50,000 करोड़ हो गई और टारगेट है 1 लाख करोड़ का। तो अगले 5 साल में मैं देखता हूँ कि कंपनी की ऑर्डर बुक 1 लाख से ऊपर होगी और रेवेन्यू करीब 14-15 हज़ार की होगी। मुझे लगता है एक कंजर्वेटिव फिगर है, शायद इससे ज़्यादा और बढ़ जाए। तो 5 साल के बाद का पीरियड इसी अगर रफ्तार से चले और ज़्यादा रफ्तार भी ना हो तो ऐसा है कि इमेजिन करना भी बहुत अच्छा लगता है।
और इसी तर्ज पे कि आप एनबीसीसी से को आप किस नई दिशा में ले जाना चाहेंगे? जो अभी तक पोर्टफोलियो है आपके काम का, उस पोर्टफोलियो में क्या बढ़ सकता है और क्या आप बढ़ाना चाहेंगे?
देखिए, मैं ये सोचता हूँ कि आफ्टर 5 years एनबीसीसी शुड बी रिकॉग्नाइज एज ए प्रीमियर कंस्ट्रक्शन कंपनी। आज भी लोग कहते हैं, लेकिन अभी मुझे उसकी तसल्ली नहीं है। तो अगर नाम कंस्ट्रक्शन का हो तो ऐसा होना चाहिए। दूसरा, मैं चाहता हूँ जिस तरह से बहुत सारी इंटरनेशनल कंपनीज दूसरे देशों में काम करती हैं, सैमसंग है, डेवू है, चाइनीज़ कंपनी है, हिंदुस्तान की कंपनी सिर्फ L&T ही बाहर काम करती है और गवर्नमेंट की कोई नहीं करती है। मैं चाहता हूँ कि ऐसा हो कि 5 साल बाद देश की 2-4 पब्लिक सेक्टर कंपनी बाहर जाके वो नाम कमाएं, पैसा लाएं, नाम कमाएं, टेक्नोलॉजी लाएं, नॉलेज लेके आएँ। मैं ये चाहता हूँ।
अनूप जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आप जो बता रहे हैं अगर ये कर पाएँ, और मुझे काफ़ी उम्मीद है कि हो पाएगा, एनबीसीसी विल एक्चुअली बिकम अ वेरी बिग गुड ब्रांड ऑफ अ गवर्नमेंट रन कंपनी अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड। थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर जॉइनिंग अस।
थैंक यू वेरी मच। थैंक यू प्रेजेंट।